And we all have this idea in our heads that we're never going to find great people anymore because they don't exist. And it's like, you exist. I did not plan this video, but honestly, I've been thinking about this today and I just need to come on here and say my truth. Have you guys noticed ever since COVID, it's like the new normal is disconnection and loneliness and isolation. Even though we're not in quarantine anymore, I still have lingering effects from the pandemic and quarantine era. For some background, during lockdowns, I was at the end of my junior year of high school and everything was awesome. Like, things were going so great. Like, I was in my first relationship and it was going really good. I was in a lot of things in theater at my school. I had this newfound confidence and everything was going good with my friends. I mean, life was great. Okay, life was going awesome. And then COVID happened. And during the lockdown time, I broke up with my boyfriend. I had so many problems with my family. I started getting really, really anxious. I gained weight because the healthy habits I had established before were just kind of thrown in the back burner because I felt like the entire world was like on fire. And so I had like no confidence after the pandemic, and it's still kind of lingering, especially when it comes to talking to people face to face. I mean, please let me know if you can relate to this, but I still get nervous now. I still kind of want to retreat like into like the TV shows that I know and love and into like reading books and self-improving. And while those things are good, you know, I find the most joy from going out and doing things and being with people and meeting new people. But it's so hard because I still feel like, oh, like I don't want to go like talk to them or ask for their name because if I did that, like I'm going to look weird. That's such a sad thing, right? Because I think so many of us are lonely, especially young adults. And so many of us are actually looking for deeper friendships and, you know, healthy and good romantic relationships. And we just are not finding them. And I think it's because we're not looking. I have a class right now that I am really enjoying over the summer, but it's so awkward because there's only like 8 people in my class, maybe, and no one talks to each other. And it's become so normalized that you don't want to be that weird person, even though everyone actually wishes that we would know each other. Everyone wishes that we did talk to each other. I had a statistics class this year where I decided, you know what? I want to make some connections. I deserve to be happy. If I get embarrassed, it's okay. And so I just started, you know, being more outgoing, creating relationships with people. And that was the most fun class that I have had in a long time. And the people there were just awesome. And we got to talk and have inside jokes. And it was amazing. It was an experience that I really haven't had in a very long time. And I think especially when it comes to romantic relationships, I kind of have a theory that this is why so many people are into hookup culture right now, because it's just like so much easier. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's so much easier to, you know, come at someone for their like physical appearance and then get what you want and then leave than actually try to have a vulnerable connection with somebody. And that was scary enough to begin with, but now take however many years we've had now of kind of like this isolating and polarizing environment, I think a lot of young people especially, we don't know what to do. And we're sitting here like, how do we find friends and make families and create community and be happy when we don't even feel internally safe anymore? And I think something we don't realize enough is that COVID was a trauma to everyone, not just for the people who were impacted by the disease physically, but also for, you know, the kids who didn't get to go to school and for the people who didn't get to see graduation, or the couples that split up because it was just really hard, or, for the people who were in abusive family situations who had to be there, 24/7. This ripped away so many of the things that we thought were for certain. And now it's like my body wants to keep me so safe, because it's like, no, like, you don't know if things are certain. Like, you have to keep yourself safe. You have to keep yourself protected, because, everything could go awry. And I'm also constantly surrounded with media that is telling me that people aren't connected, that people are mean now, people are polarized, people hate each other. And that's not actually true. The majority of people that I talk to are actually really amazing and really kind. And we all have this idea in our heads that we're never going to find great people anymore because they don't exist. And it's like, you exist. You exist. So, of course, there's other people are out there that you could be friends with or in a romantic relationship with. Don't even get me started on romantic relationships right now, because I think every single guy out there is like, there's no high quality girls left. Like, it's so hard to be in a relationship nowadays, like all the standards. And then the girls, on the other hand, are like, I don't know if I'm ever going to find a guy who has what I want, or do guys even want to date anymore? Like, I'm not even sure that guys are even looking anymore. And we are all fulfilling our own prophecies, and we're not going for things. I have this little crush on a guy in my class, and I just think he's so cute, and I just love like what I've seen of him so far and the work ethic that he has in the classes I've been in with him. And I have been trying to convince myself to just say hello and introduce myself to this guy for like a week and a half. Like, I cannot even get up the courage to just go say hello. And what's the worst thing that could happen by saying hello? I'm not expecting that anything's going to happen, but you never know. And then you build things up in your head where you're like, oh my gosh, like, but if I say hello, like, he probably already knows that, like, I think he's cute. And if he knows that I think he's cute, then, like, he's going to think I'm a creeper because, like, and, like, then you start thinking, like, guys like that don't date girls like me. And, like, no one's talking in this class, like, because by the time you get up the courage to actually be like, okay, I'm going for it, I'm going to go say hello. It's like break time or the end of class, and you look around and you're like, yeah, okay, so everyone's on their phone. Like, how am I supposed to do this? Because now you're doing something you're afraid of, and you're also doing something that everyone else is afraid of. So yeah, I don't know what this video was about. It was just my thoughts about how I feel like the new normal is loneliness. And I am vowing right now, today, that I am going to actively work on taking more risks in my social life, and I'm going to introduce myself to that guy, and I am going to introduce myself and talk to more people in my class and make friends and get coffee with people, because I miss having those connections with people. I really do. And I have faced a lot of loneliness over these 2 years, and I'm not afraid to say that. I don't want to live a life where my whole entire life is just my camera and my Netflix and the cute videos on YouTube. No, I want amazing people. And I'm never going to find those people if I don't talk to them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I'm trying to make shorter videos so that way I can pump out more, and hopefully I get better at this. I know I'm not perfect, but I am having a great time. And if you are enjoying this content, please comment down below if you feel the same way about how you've been feeling ever since COVID, and any other thoughts that you might have that are in the same topic. Okay, guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.